Oh, and that's why you're very pet. I saw ya, but you may shape you. We did it there. The church will be a week here, but in the 17th, we are one home was in Katakra. I should use no. Na and that's so ya, but KCL for KCL for no or one wash immigration, some King's Court law. Wana office na yaba na yanyi penyipa oda no yanyi no bedi nkomo na yahwe immigration update aba na wiki na amafo questions so a wo from a wo bisa no so yetum na yada tudwa enti no ma wo yefiri de eboko YouTube na akohwe ma ye post yede egua no Osahin TV. Osahin TV. Subscribe. Na share ma wunu na no so subscribe. Na yenye followers ni bebre. Na comment so. Obi o ma wa share but on comment. The more na share na comment na olokoso. Ma wuye mfi so say. So baby abeyi wuti so a Isaac Baba. Isaac Baba. Or Williambra Road. Where you come for professional members. If you so Paco door to door, those who are not Hampton. So the demo man out Bokogana Sugi Mamo and a friend a baby Saboko Asalusa Church of Pentecost not Hampton. Also a Bokako at the Ishmael or at the Raymond or elders are owing now, was the Yamiasa was back to Abba, na Yagana Yini baby Aquasara, holding in ano equa, but to not in Wakosum. If you so, in get the Yana, I hope na Yawaha. Into Bibi Chawaj, you know, Unyagana Yana, Wakowana, Ebisan. Open a baby child.
I just open
No one name today.
Kakra.
Oh, and that's so we did the Asaya Abba one check. Messi Lubuti, we did the Ashafo. I don't know what to win myself. My baby son and my Ohio man for I don't know. The last week in the Casafa asylum, one annoyer entitled the Oja Asylum, Ebakwana, Impafada, Wutum Seek Asylum. Nina the Kawasam. Naso, Yabaka Salam no Hoka, over chair, Nemakaka Kakra. Ibia, Bisa, Ubia, Sabi, other visa, other look room. Na visa no other look room, no, ewu, na one could be not only no options at the mean, but on all war. The options all war. A crosso yin, Ubia, or the COSC Biaba. Na we cancel na na ewu na no so name no so options are owo na we tuna we try no mara we tuna enya asetna pa wo koyi nti we get there bi da men same ba sen na ba ya don hwe da sen o de yimi no e papa da ba cheche enu hanu nti we get platform me do mo
okay memo bibi akwaba na mashi bia se manya brand am hwe de bia last week you saw asylum I think so right after the program you have a lot of calls if questions will be home so and so simply that asylum and humanitarian protection until
what I am on the kakra me
yeah and so simply that asylum it has to be asylum and so simply that and no and humanitarian protection HP and so simply the
okay
yeah and we should be say when you asylum now obetimi akofie back to the country into a home share to
seeking one fat man
Nisaka
okay
yeah Nisaka now person say person can see
okay
yeah what I say the asylum no matter until we go home for a period of 5 years into a home share to say na mama dream I mean, now we say Casafa home baby, in a bear. One of us ask questions, the go on a text message, me to respond. To meet my for Saquanya, so I respond. First, in Susan down asylum need humanitarian protection in team. Say a threat in Brana ECHR and a convention UK any Euro abroad and Kabum Kunina right after the Second World War. No, almost share or more among Kabum Kunu Kina from 1949 say a share a crew or Sebi to question ho omo baby eti enhyehyɛ bɛn na ebetimi de ato akwan ma wɔn omo aso na mo dwen sɛ bia omo se betimi ato wɔn ti etu UK a hyehyɛ bɛn na Germany betimi de ato ama wɔn to Germany ɛna omo yɛ nti ban sɛ UK ne Ghana ko a na sɛ UK ha yɛ bɛgya omo nkrofo ne fa na mo
wɔkɔ
nti saa enhyehyɛ ne nan omo de betu just okay. In case of war, in case of anything, a fight nipa home, a bit ma say nipa no. It's here, was uncle Ninano. Ye war, as we say, a bois and crow form free sarconim.
Okay.
Yeah, as a victims of war. Okay. Apart from that, you know, you are a man, maybe a ain't show me. Or Mra Mushishem. Ne, and so Mushishem Mra, ne human rights, nipa, senior Tiasino, a teacher family this one. Oba, I was eating Jomo, and then to Kankuan. And tea, Sibia, Obisimi Cremoni, higher, and my way you for my 2 years in out to her, free home.
Okay.
And Fana Papatina, I was eating General. It is a sharing in an and no more Kabuma, a more friend asylum. Yeah, convention, Geneva Convention, asylum, and tea. Almost share Yama no, oh, Sanyaman Nuka Hoa, Yama asylum maybe. And tea. Come here, I say, Sanyaman Numina and do her. Nami be so see. I had I teach at the farm who is so, but then Casanyaman no. And tea. Ba then I was some way. Much make say oh because it's a how now for mono and Casanyman. It is all go. And years are into almost a baby by a friend humanitarian protection. And he said, ultimate tray with evidence, with records, say, baby are free banner, in same be at but in some no, and yet engineer trying say, I was a year, a solemn limon and at all. But the appearance and some lay genuine. Nancy so called crew moi, the betoning ya near Mount humanitarian protection. And see, a new year Obia, what for how an amanimu, and Nancy few said, or Conny crew more betting for how an amanimu. Ah, Samaniano and can asylum grounds no Honentino, a man humanitarian protection. And inside the Mawa 5 years,
okay.
But unlike asylum, is asylum in the Mawa. A more special card we are issued from the convention,
okay.
A blue friend travel document. And she just our travel document and now apply for SAT. When you're asylum now by a refugee, or apply now your blue documents. Okay, and now between the two can be a could be but when you for Corona and Fanco Corona officials. Okay. And she said, we are gonna now what your mama asylum or I say and I'm just want to make Ghana. Who could have passport out to make Ghana? Emily, but of course, a prempy no, BBNC, go I want me for a book or so. We are country now, as some say, as you know, and my answer officer quite with me. I will I don't know, I'm so echo. Would you blue card Nadia? Want me for blue card name because blue card no exempted. As a passport, I exempted. I'm not sure to say Ghana want me and fact I card we and travel Ghana a travel document. But so Ghana car passport with me Mafo bebree ɛyɛ na ɔmo asi kuro foforɔ so na ɔmo awura mu. Okay. Wɔ blue card ne bi a dodoɔ na ɔmo yɛ sɛ ɔmo de Ghana card, ɔmo de Ghana passport kɔ na ɔmo asi baabi na ɔmo awura mu. Wode wɔ wankasa passport a wobɛtumi akɔ direct, there is no issue about that. But okuta humanitarian protection and as asylum yɛmfa mma wo yɛma refugee status na kuta humanitarian protection wontumi nya saa blue document ne bi a wobɛtumi yɛ travel document. However, ɔmo bi wɔ yɛfrɛ no black book. Yeah, wontumi atwerɛtwerɛ mu adeko nti a wontumi nya wankasa wokuro mu passport a ɛma saa black book ne bi travel document a wobɛtumi de akɔ baabi a pɛsɛ wode kɔ bia na akakɔyɛ sɛ wo passport ankasa. Nti humanitarian protection, asylum no difference ɛno no. So obi siki asylum na yɛmma no asylum no na yɛfeel sɛ baabi a wɔ no ɔnya humanitarian protection a ɛtumi ma no another leave. Ayɛfrɛ no DL. DL meka no obi sɛ that room anaasɛ yeah DL nti discretionary leave. Yeah, more discretionary leave based on the the office everything about one. See, discretionary leave for 2.5 years. Now, I continue for a period of time.
So why the discretionary leave? No, we be 1 year.
So discretionary leave, no. I leave outside immigration rules. Nti enka immigration rules no. Menim say bia me obi ekunu ana me ba 2.5. I am running that way ya true. And that ho. Discretionary leave no. Case we no in discretion. Or the because I'm running kasan enka basa we yeah. So feel the situation now no. With my friend within 1 year. No, I'm 1 year. And see, when I say 1 year, and what free situation more, or bet my work of fee, and I say, to go, or yeah, NRM, or when you're modern slavery, if you're bullying, and I say, you're trafficking, and I be bisa. And now when you're discretionary leave, you work on the Biako court. So, our court case, no, if free so, or bet me, and young bet me. Akonifi, okay. Buhana, because we are a victim of modern slavery, you know, Yamano, a quine say, you share in same.
Okay.
And the case we can face within 1 year, victim reference in the movie.
Okay.
No, 1 year.
One man in the space.
One is our space now. It bought him 1.5, bought him 2. It requires him 6 months, yeah. But normally the minimum is 1 year. Now it's media year, I would say, say. That is the distinction between asylum, humanitarian protection, and discretionary leave.
Okay.
Yeah.
So no, sisi ano yato ho na say yeba obi a ode visa buy mfada ba mo obi invite na yimpa no wa aba oba no wan say anko on name the yimpa ko no option ben no owo wo kroim.
And he said, if it hasn't, yes, Mrana, there are only 2 ways that in can know it's me back home. I say, either your family is here or you come to work. That's it. Into human laws now, right from 1973, coming a family route, work route, family route.
Or school.
Yeah. School ne
Obanawako.
Obanawako.
But Obana
betna hasini na 2 route family work. Family no emu etre ancestral visa. Husband, wife, children, extended family, dependents. And family nankasa ne o categories bebre otim the back room say. To hear Paya Nanka work visa and Kwana Timmy Pacromacy. What the visit bar now so called. And see amount much shop no very, very tight. And here what the visit bar However, based on their Although my Omombra and Kasa, they have done very well to tighten things up based on their interactions with external people, okay, external organizations, and also international organizations, you know. And no more loophole with almost laws name based on their relationship with the EU, and see a quite break down loophole with more a system name based on their relationship with the international community, which is ILO, International Labour Organization, conventions, just a Geneva Convention, Court of Human Rights, European Court of Justice. So organizations when you know
more powerful than
the country. And I'm not sure maybe what's the country need so? We a visitor, we a criminal, we a wine, what's the country need so? And she said, what the visit visa and Abakroma, and that's what Nakroma now, why send you leave now? And running Okroma be anywhere, pitch my ball. Okay? Because I'm not sure. And she said, Rabbi Bitma, you are thinking outside the box to think about human rights, to think about asylum, to think about other rules outside immigration rules, discretionary leave, to think about strong representation. A bet sure the Kuntia Oba Hasea Untiminkoyo, yeah, now discretionary leave, and to think about EU. Inti se unya lawyer near. Yeah, that's where we come in. Normally, you don't call a lawyer and tell the person, so my friend or phone so or say you today now with my mommy. Won't have time for you because I don't think so. What boy me away into me so boy me. No, it's always wise to book a consultation for at least 30 minutes, at least an hour, or even more than once. Sit there, because a life story is enough to give you a leave to remain if it's told properly. Yeah, okay. And see, that is what I'll leave people with. You see a lawyer, discuss these matters with them, then Oshana said, "Baby, I want to acquire that one. Why not?" I mean, a couple came to see. In fact, a man was on me, a chair, and we had to go in and get them back home because he deported him. Then I went to the detention center. Then I said, "What do you have?" Well, it's not over 14 years, and what should any rules be also? Then I just told him, "Tell me your life story. I'm from the sea, or time bay and stuff like that. What kind of life story in natural, you know?" Then I realized, there is a way out for that person. Because we say, so, wow, I say, I won't buy. Okay? And how do you feel? Say, you are Ghana now, Bahana, worry, that, you know. I say, I mean, the shame, the name calling, and all these things, stuff like that, you know. If you say it will cause significant difficulties for them. And based on that, we, in your expert witness, and Ghana, our dear dancer say, Obi was hard to give no bar, the mental health made deteriorate, which is going about them. Any stress near that don't know. Church report, come on, they come home, a case man. Now, when I caught her, and she said, "Ebia, send it anyway, Eddie, come on." Nakas, oh, lawyer, I want madam from Peso Guamia. I can't help you.
Oh, the Bakamasa.
Because you have to also about now back count situation in your near home. It was what kind of situation now, Ferry.
Okay.
And there are 3 people you don't have to hide anything from: your lawyer, your doctor, and your accountant. Because they are bound not to disclose your information to anyone. Whoever had come to us, your secret is safe with us. Nobody listens. Nobody, you know, our files are secured, are highly protected. And once we finish with your case, we are done with you. And that's because that's how we are trained. And so be the visit visa, but also be a leave nature more. Frankly speaking, matters in is okay. The which my aunt is be a worry and also I am part of families and make just a family work. Okay, I am part of the family rules now.
Okay.
But that's not the only thing. There are a lot of things. You don't have to wait for 20 years to
I will match it. To one or two more invite. If a document in the kitchen, go to my will be invited to Ghana 2.5, 5 years, indefinite, or British book or European book.
So the stronger your leave here, no, the better. Until people can definitely leave to remain. Invitation is very strong. However, anybody who is on the route to settlement can invite. Okay, apart from students, even students sometimes can invite, especially a longer term, say be a or be any PhD, and now been here more than a year, you can still invite your family members to come and stay. But if your route leads to settlement, ukuta work permit, skilled worker visa, global talent visa, entrepreneur, any category, and also a dependent of such people are. Which my invite you be a manaba. Invitation, it is a category of people, no, up to British nationals, no, which my invite. But selling invite you be only about 30% comes from you. The 70% of the consideration, no, I inviting, no. And on a skilled worker visa, and also on any category visa, now say, Unyabiba, Meba. Yes, you can do that. Your finance is important. At least waiting I just always cry any other day. But Nipakono Bano, and I wasn't in your mommy.
Provide more documents.
Provide more documents, Oba Obesanko. That's the only thing. And you say normally if someone comes to see us, we used to assist people with that as well. So Baba be a skilled worker. Make holiday beer in July and as visa because of summer holidays near I book holiday with my employer and in Pesinka minya back become hona a holidays and I say maybe moon about 6 months, 1 year me moon for a period of 10 days. Okay, that is cool. What we are checking for is whether your mother or your brother, your relative, can sustain themselves whilst they are here, and they have enough money back home. I just said, that's how or what we are trying to prove. So we gather a lot of documents within that regard, then we submit it into visit visa applications. They're straightforward and it's mostly successful. We don't have refusals on visit visa applications because and say near catch say we need all these things. So if it's not working, you not even put it in. See, we will have pitch mama invitation man.
Question about about from you obi wo kuro yi mu ebi opede onye na ba onye ne busu ni onye ne baby ba wase ya tin bebre de obi da o nye 18 years abura ontum onye omba nye da ma obura ontum onye omba wodo so no ikiremu Britain de no onye Europe de no difference o mu yin because we dey be ayi but wa aburu 18 also we be wa aburu 8 or 21 into yin na mba wa Canada mama for what say to wa so
enti okay enti you can say oh yeah obi a or indefinitely to remain and as a British national we EU national and also EU family member now 1 year cry with me and here now you're EU still to me so it is something that which me how old should they be? Normally on a British route, the child should be less than 18 years. And then you have to show that they are not living an independent life. Because normally from 16 years no, I can't say what's not able. Into obviously, I worry and stuff like so. I worry. I tell them where for you. Into when you control and so be. So from 16 years, you have to show that it's not living an independent life. From 16 below, no, we don't have to show that. But when you're more than 16, also trust on independent life. How do you show that? You show that by stating so that's all school, and that's what you feel on year Juma. So here Juma normally they are classified as all independent life. So until here,
reliable.
or you black, I mean,
Oh,
yeah, it doesn't rely on you. So what worry and I say, or in a Juma via. So that's how it is, and that's what you have to show. And so now what's video about on the skilled worker route on the British route. So EUSS and I say European family member. Obano 21 still with me the number. In fact, one pro 21 class still with me the number or 35. And also, so what we have to show is that if your child is above 18, show that he has no independent life. The Rabono down. Majority of
one nation.
One nation. Evidence arbitrary, say be out to fear or Ghana. It was all the plot documents never and answer allocation notes and indenture. Those things which made their back address or that's what to fee. Maybe how toy and as if you are what show and the demons who are what's our address or just what to fee. Very good. What's in this Kakumano? Be also with transfer cabia, man piano, what the commando. Ultimately, come on, address and part or channel. So these are key documents that shows Nipakono they rely on you. So it's dependent on you. You don't have to show that everything he does is from you. Or you need to show that you are significant in their lives. Without you, we difficult for them to survive. And you need, irrespective of whatever you are, whether you are, I mean, a partner, and any other category like that, you'll be able to bring your children in without any difficulties.
It is so be 2.5. We'll be able to 2.5. And now we get 2.5 news. Now I want EU. The document, no, you're there.
Okay,
Until, oh yeah, because the 2.5 no will grow in.
Yeah.
And then 2.5 no. And all the 2.5 no. We can get EU, you know, I want EU in there. Where document now by 5 years.
Yeah.
The mean, not a way for British route, I call EU route, and now.
Yeah.
I'm not the paper in year British paper view.
Yeah.
But so,
yeah, so yeah. And she said, oh yeah, in UK, I said, 2.5 routes now, which means you're a family member of a British national, and as a person will definitely to remain. Now, if you're 2.5 now, I call EU.
Okay.
EU, they grant you 5 years. And so after 5 years, then you can get indefinitely to remain on the EU route. And see, now the laws that apply to EU, EUSS, and apply to ONT. So the right to benefits, he can still, or he will still be entitled to it, and nothing changes really. Yeah, and see.
You know now, my dream no more there. No me play Mr. there because say nipa da e move aba EU. Yam fan there na yire na fi France. And then of Germany. No, this is EU. Why there? Under the EU no age indefinite. It must fall by British passport.
Okay, so I say we are coming. In the enemy symbol the surrender same principle. No fee, not Northern Ireland. Northern Ireland, yeah, and they say, oh yeah, European national law. The reason why they could move freely is because there was a trade agreement between all the EU countries, 28. Now, trade agreement, let's just say, so far as the call, or leave, unya urakun wankasa, you 3 months, Papa Juma, when you're Germany, be automatically more 5 years. What's meeting now for 5 years?